nation to take their heritage. Exactly. So what's our heritage? What feast? Feast of what?
They try to change it. They made it so that we would celebrate Christmas, Halloween.
Right, that's they, right.
You know what I'm saying? The Easter. But really, it was supposed to be actual for, as Mark is scripture. Feast of the unleavened bread.
Right. Passover, Pentecost, Feast of Tabernacles, the new moon. That's right, brother. That's right. So you got part of it, right? Right? You got, at least you got your feast days. Right? But bring this up.
Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage.
It said the people would discontinue from their heritage. Right, brother? You've been discontinued from their heritage. Right? We at a point in time was discontinued from our heritage. We didn't know who we was, what language we spoke, what we wore, what days we celebrated. We didn't know none of that stuff. Where our homeland was. Right? Read.
That I gave thee.
Right, let's sit on that. Right? So the point is, brother, what we about to give to you now is a piece of your heritage. Pieces of your heritage. Lord willing, if you stay long enough, you can, get your heritage back. All your heritage. Right, so let's go into what some of our people wore, what our people wore. Right, let's go into that. Right, give me the book of Numbers chapter 15 to 38.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38, and read. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make the fringes in the borders of the garment.
Now, my question I have for you are, who are the Israelites first? First and foremost, we gotta establish that before we do anything else. Who are the Israelites? Did the Israelites vanish off the face of the earth?
The Israelites are right here.
That's right, brother. Who? Are you an Israelite?
All of us.
Are you an Israelite?
Something like it.
You said, huh?
Something like it.
What was your nationality? What was that? Would you be a so-called African American? That's right. What they label you. So, brother, yeah, you're not somewhat, brother. You are. You're an Israelite. Right. So now, as an Israelite, we get ready to give you your heritage. All right. Now, bring this out, so I can bring that out again.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38, and it reads, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make the fringes in the borders of the garment.
You know what fringes are?
Alterations.
You said what?
Alterations.
Fringes. The fringe is like a hem.
Yeah, like an alteration.
Well, now you thinking about like what the Moabites be doing up there with their own post. All right, when they make your pants tighter for you, or they hem it up a little bit. Nah, not necessarily that. When you go into that word hem in the Greek, it's going into a fringe. Or in the Hebrew, when you go into it's going into a fringe. These are fringes. But you see the brothers have on right now in their garments. Right? That's what fringes are. Right, Reed?
Their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. A ribbon of blue.
Right, which is a royal color, like you read about in the book of Exodus chapter 39. Right? 6 on down. Okay? So that's why all the brothers, you see, they got a ribbon of blue in the border of their garments. Right? So that's some of the customs of what we wore. Right? Or at the custom of what we wore. We all had fringes in the border of our garments.
Right.
Right? And we didn't just wear big long robes. We had pants on. Right? Bring this up.
So book of Exodus, chapter 28 and verse 42.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt make them linen breeches.
What?
Linen breeches.
What are breeches? Exactly. So this notion of we didn't wear pants has to leave expeditiously, right? So brother, we wore pants and we wore fringes in the borders of all our garments, right? So now guess what? We just gave you back, right? A little bit of your heritage, right? But brother, you gotta get you some. Why? Because it was a commandment for us to do that. We didn't just do it just because it was a commandment. That's why. Right? That word bid in the Hebrew literally means command.
That's right.
Right? And it's for a good work. It's gonna explain to you why we had to do that, right?
And it shall be unto you for a friend, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
What?
And do them.
Do what, brother? That's right, brother. To do the commandments of the Lord. They help you remember the commandments. Right? So you can remember, oh man, I can't eat shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. You gotta have fins and scales in order for me to eat it. Oh, I can't eat pork. Right? So you look upon your friends and remember the commandments and do them. Right? Let's get some more. Right? You realize, hey, you gotta grow your beard out, brother. You look like you have a mighty beard too.
I did. I'm gonna try to have a good
For work. You see that? You see how they do that to us though? Why? Because they know, one, they know what we supposed to be doing as a people. But two, they want to look at us and be able to say boy, or think boy in their mind. You gotta realize, when you got a clean face, you look what? Right. Exactly. But if you got that beard on your face, you look like what? You like a man. You're a mighty man of the Lord, huh? So hey brother, you gotta, even if I know something, I would advise you to either get another job, but for the time being, obviously you can't just drop it and then get another one, right? You gotta use wisdom, but hey, grow out what you can grow, right? Even if you gotta keep it low, hey, but just don't shave it completely off. You feel me? But if you can have, you feel me, that line there still, just don't let it gotta get super thick like the brothers right there, right? But hey, you gotta grow it, though. Right, you don't want to completely shave it bald. And another thing too, you know why a lot of our people, when they shave, they get all them hair bumps and stuff? It's because we ain't supposed to be shaving.
Right.
So Lord chastising us. Right. You understand that, King? All right, so let's get another commandment for the brother.
Leviticus 19 and verse number 11.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
Right, so you can't lie to your brother or deal falsely with your brothers. Right? You can't tell your brother, you can't ask your brother, yeah, where the Kroger store at? I gotta go get some groceries for my mom's. And you playing with him, he say, yeah, it's down there about that alleyway down there, back down there, you see it. Right? Then you turn the other way and run. Right? That's all. I'm not saying you would do that, brother, but you can't deal falsely with your brother. Right? You gotta love your neighbor as yourself, which is your brothers. Right? Your brethren. Right, Reed?
And ye shall not swear by my name falsely.
Right? You can't swear in the name of the Lord and be lying. Going off. Wicked. Right? Reed?
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God.
Right? Straight like that, right? Give me, that's it on that. Right, so do you understand that, brother? You gotta get you profane. Look, I'm gonna give you an example. Right, so the Lord, first of all, the Lord is against homosexuality, right?
That's
The
right.
Bible is against homosexuality, right?
Right.
We're against homosexuality.
That's right.
If I was to invite you to my household and you was to bring a friend or a family member who was a homosexual to my house, brother, that would be you profaning it. That's profane, brother. Actually, I got the definition of it too on my phone. I got it saved. Right? It's right? This is the definition. This is the etymology, right? Of the word profane. It says desecrate, treat holy things with irrelevance. Right? It says from Old French profaner and directly to Latin profanare, right? To desecrate, render unholy, violate, right? From profanus, unholy, not to consecrate. So in the world, you got people that would say profanity would be saying ass, right? Or shit, or damn, right? But according to the breakdown and the etymology of the word, profane is just treating something that's holy, unholy, or desecrating that.
Don't know.
Right? That's the etymology and the real true definition of the word profane.
That's right.
Right? Let's go into curse while we at it. Right? I still got it. Right? This is a curse. Right? It says, it's the etymology of it. It says, Middle English, cursing, from Old English, cursan, to wish evil to excommunicate, from source of curse. Right? So a curse word is not ass, shit, or damn. Right? The word ass is even in the Bible. The Lord compared us to an ass. What's an ass? Exactly. So why do people say, oh, you can't curse, you just cursed? No, it's an animal. Right? People changed it and took it and made it into a certain language, or to mean a derogatory term, or a term of trying to break somebody down, or whatever the case may be. Right? Exactly. Right? So the point is, right, profane is going into desecrating or treating something that's holy unholy. Right? To answer your question. Right? On that. Con. So now, brother, do you understand why you're an Israelite? Your lineage, and what's your lineage? You don't gotta go through literally your mom, dad, and all that, but what's your main lineage? The main ones. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah, you get from Abraham.
Right. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? That's your main heritage. You descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Let me get that in Tobit chapter 4 and verse 12. All right, let me get that in Tobit 4 and 12. Right? Right, somebody give me Psalms chapter 105 and verse 6.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12, and it reads, beware of all whoredom. Beware of all whoredom. My son, and chiefly take a wife of thy seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe.
You can't mix. You can't mess with the Edomites, which are the so-called white men or women. Right? You can't mess with the East Indian lady. You can't be messing with the other nations. You got 12 beautiful tribes of women to be able to choose from. Right? Why go and get with the so-called white woman?
Right.
Right? When as soon as she don't get her way, or you don't make it to the NBA, gonna scream and cry rape. Right, Reed?
For we are the children of the prophets Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
See that playing upon tables. For we are the children of the prophets Noah, right? Shem, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? That's your lineage, brother. Right? Bring this up.
Psalms of David, chapter 104, and verse number 12. By them shall the fowls of the heaven have their inhabitation, which sing among the branches. He wanted the hills.
You got 105? You at 104. 105 and 6.
105 and verse number 6. Bring it out. And it reads thus. O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob.
You see that Abraham, right? His children, you sons of Jacob, right? Whose name was changed to Israel. Therefore, that's why we call it the Israelites. Right, Reed?
His chosen.
What?
His chosen.
Straight like that, brother. Right, he's chosen. So that's your seed line. Right, that's your lineage, your heritage. Right? You're the sons of the prophets. Literally. You're literally the descendants of the prophets of the Lord, man. Right? You got to take pride in that. Right? So how do you help your people? Do you love your people, brother? You said, huh? Oh, say that one more time.
Not the Edomites.
You said not the Edomites?
Wherever I can find them, not the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? They try to mix in
Right.
because of the color of our skin.
Right.
So if we change the color of our skins, you know, we might still be the same tribe.
Oh, so that's why you said wherever you can find them.
Sister not recognized mother, you know what I'm saying? So they be confused.
So do you love your people though? Who's your people? Who's your family? Brother, who's your nation? Let me say it like that. What nation do you come from? Do you come from the nation of the Edomites? or the Ishmaelites, or the Moabites, or the Ammonites, or the Jebusites, or the Canaanites, or the Israelites? Yeah, exactly, brother. More like the Israelites, right? It's your people, right? That's who your family is, the Israelites, man. Right? Not, no. So,
It's hard to find them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we ain't hard to find. We everywhere.
Right.
Right? We right in front of you.
Right.
Right? Ain't that hard to
I
find.
see y'all brothers right here. See y'all speaking truth.
Right. So,
It's a breath of fresh air. That's why I'm
all praise to the Most High. Right? All praise to the Most High. Right? It's a breath of fresh air that you're learning who you are. Right? You want to learn who you are. You're willing to learn who you are. Right? So the point is, brother, right? How do you help your people? How do you help your people get out the situation that they in today? Because our people not living good. Right? Come talk to me.
What'd he say?
Prayer and praise. Right? But don't you got to do something for the Lord? You said it's right. What are those words? Is helping the old lady cross the street, right? Is that performing the commandments? I mean, technically it's not. How can you say that? But point is, brother, right? The works are the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? That's what the works are at the end of the day. In order to love the Most High God, and in order to help your people in the situation that they in, right? You got to perform the commandments. You have to put forth the law. You understand that? That's why we gave you some commandments. What's some of the commandments that you learned since you've been up here? You paying attention?
the end about me is going
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Pants made of
Oh, that was just showing you that we wore pants back then, right? Correct. So you was paying attention. Right, what else? Give me two more. Two more.
not deal falsely
Right.
with your brother.
Right. 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 That's right, brother. That's right. All right. So you've been paying attention. All praise to the Most High. All right. So we have to put forth those works, though, and we have to do those different things. Can't just read it, talk about it. You know, we have to perform the law, right? Because right now the law is slack in this land that we in.
Right.
Right? People don't put forth the law of the Lord nowadays. They say you don't got to keep it. They say you only got to keep the Big Ten. Right? They say, oh, you don't got to keep the commandments no more. Do away with the law. Right? They say all type of stuff. But if you take the law away, then we don't have the heritage.
That's right.
Because the law is keeping the feast days. That's in the law. So if you take the law away, guess what? We don't have no feast days. You take the law away, guess what? We don't have no apparel or customs that we wore. Right? You take the law away, guess what? We don't know how to deal with our people. Right? All these different things. So you got to understand that, hey, doing the law, keeping the law is important. Ultimately, the point is, brother, that's how you will help your people in these last days. Right? By doing what? Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, brother. You understand that?
Go get her!
Y'all here? All praise. All right, all praise to the Most High. Okay, what's your nationality before you leave? That's right, brother. All praise to the Most High. Right? That's why we are here for our people. All right, Alan. Right? All right. It's okay. Stay safe out here. What's going on, okay? All praise to the Most High. All praises. That's beautiful. Right? See, all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. You told her about the truth? All praises, man. All praise to the Most High. That's a beautiful thing. Right? The Lord told us to do that in the book of, Deuteronomy chapter 6. On down. Right? To tell our children and our households. Right? So now let's get into this thing. Do you understand what can't you eat? Right, what's going on, brother? Right? You know what your nationality is? Talk to me. You said, huh? You said, am I trying to tell you? I mean, do you think you are? All right, there we go. All right, there we go. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, brother. All praise. How long you been on? About 2 years? Okay, all right. So you've been in this thing a little bit, right?
I used to watch this dude I used to watch this dude on my Facebook page. He used to have like, he used to go live about all this stuff.
Yeah.
My daddy got sick and he decided to report and I started listening to the Bible.
Yeah, so he knew. So your pops knew about it a little bit too. Okay. All praise. All praise. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, King. All praise to the Most High. Hey, come down, all praises, man. Right. So, hey, are people waking up in these last days? You said, huh? You said you work at the spot down there. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, fringes. That's right. That's right. You be right here or you be down there. Oh, okay. All right.
Last week I was doing a little study with the skinny black dude and like the Hispanic dude.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Was that 2 weeks ago?
Last week.
Oh yeah. Well, it was last week. That was. He talking about the brother, the bot.
I watched this stuff on my own.
When the Ephraimite brother was up here. So yeah, all praise to the Most High. All praise, brother. Right. So yeah, that's right. But you gotta get you some fringes, King. You know, you gotta let that lifestyle. You gotta step out like, man. Yeah, I know I'm an Israelite. See me, I would have peeped your friends. I would have been like, oh yeah, that brother knows what's going on. You feel me? But all praise to the Most High, right? So you know about the Sabbath day? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Can't cook, clean, work, buy, sell, none of those different things. Yeah, for sure. You can eat. You don't gotta fast. You feel me? You can eat. You just gotta prepare before the Sabbath. You feel me? So, chicken sandwiches. You feel me? You can prepare or a chicken wrap. You feel me? You feel me? You might warm it up the day before or right before the sun go down. You feel me? Put it up, wrap it up, put some lettuce and stuff in there. You might put some Chick-fil-A sauce in there. You feel me? And then just have them waiting on you. You feel me? It'll be good still. I've been waiting on you for Friday night and then Saturday. You feel me? Saturday you might eat you some cereal. You feel me? A turkey sandwich. You feel me? Salad, chicken salad. Like it's yeah. You just can't warm nothing up, right? Real quick, give me Exodus 35:1. So yeah, though, that's right, King. That's right. 1.
The book of Exodus, chapter
You can start at 2.
chapter 35 and verse number 2. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there should be to you an holy day.
Right, the 7th day, right, is Saturday, right, Reed?
A Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death.
Right, Reed?
Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitation upon the Sabbath day.
Right, so you shall kindle. That word kindle means to start. Right, any fires in your habitations. Right, so you can't warm food up or different things of that nature, or start a fire in your household. Right, you can't do those different things. You understand? So all praises, brother. Right, you got any questions? You just here to live. Okay, well, all praise to the Most High. Right, so, brother, what can you eat shrimp? Right, what about crab? Lobster? Why? Right, that's true, but why else? Okay, so
They like bottle feeders and stuff.
that's right. Right, how do you tell the difference between what you can eat and can't eat though? That's right. That's right. Right, if it got scales and fins, then you can eat it. Right, but if it don't have both attributes, then you can't deal with it. Right, can't deal with it. Right, what about pork? Nah, can't deal with that. What's up?
Like you said, scales and fins, right?
Right. Right. Exactly, because catfish don't have scales.
Right.
All praises, all praises. Yeah, catfish don't have scales. They smooth. They got fins, but they, like you said though, they a bottom feeder too, right? So now, like, and you got alternatives for pork too, like turkey bacon, chicken bacon, right? Turkey sausage, beef ribs, lamb, ox, right? Turkey leg, like these are things that we can't eat. So it ain't the end of the world just because we can't eat pork. You understand? Right? All praise to the Most High. You got any questions, brother? All right, let's get into this day. I wanted to address this real quick. Somebody give me Psalms chapter 104 and verse 9. All right, give me Psalms chapter 104 and verse 9. Give me, hold on, real quick. Psalms 104 and 9. Give me Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 22. And somebody give me 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 40. Right? Because you got a lot of people that believe in the Pangea theory. You got a lot of people that believe in Pangea, that all the continents used to be together at one point in time, all this and that, right? But that's not biblical, and that's not backed up by the scriptures, right? We had a brother the other day or yesterday come and try to plead his case on how, you know, Pangea was a real thing, but we're gonna find in the scriptures that that's not the case, right? Bring this up.
The Psalms of David, chapter 104 and verse 9. You know,
Start at 8.
Verse 8. They go up by the mountains. They go down by the valley.
Right, this is talking about the waters, right, Reed?
Unto the place which thou hast founded for them. Verse 9. Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over.
The Lord has set a bound that they cannot pass over, right? Now, in the Pangea theory, right? Yep. So in the Pangea theory, you got something called if I'm not mistaken, it's called Pem fire or something like that, where they say that it was only one sea, right? They say all the sea was the same, right? There was no Atlantic or Pacific or none of that different stuff. We're not saying that it was called those names. Say it, man. You have to scoot up, brother. Brother Tyler, you have to scoot up, right? We're not saying that it was those specific names, Pacific, Atlantic, and all those other different stuff, but there was a separation between, right, the seas and the oceans and the rivers, right? And it's going to tell you that, right, Rick?
He said,
Say it. Soon we get into the lesson. Right, Rick.
thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over.
The Lord said he has set a bound that they could not pass over. So that's why you have things like this. Let me look this up real quick. Right? You got something called the two oceans where they meet. Right? Let me bring this out. You got something where the two oceans meet in the center, but they don't mix. Right? It's called two seas meet. Right? Watch this. Right? Get this, King. Tyler. Right? That's literally where two oceans, the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean, are meeting each other, but they don't mix. Why? Because the Lord said that he has set the bounds to where they cannot pass. You see that? So that right there alone cuts that doctrine, right? About the Pangea theory, because in the Pangea theory they call it the Pam fire or something like that, where all the oceans was literally one ocean. That's what they say. They say all the seas, they was one sea. It wasn't multiple, right? Give me Jeremiah chapter 5 and 22.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 22, and it reads, "Fear ye not me, saith the Lord. Will ye not tremble at my presence?"
He said, "Fear ye not me. Will ye not tremble at my presence?" Read.
"Which have placed the sand for the bounds of the sea."
He said, "Which I placed the sand for the bounds of the sea." Read.
"By the perpetual decree that it cannot pass it."
That it what?
That it cannot pass
He
it.
said that it cannot pass. Right. Let's finish the verse.
"And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it."
You see that? So in the middle of the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean where they meet, you got the clean water and they got the dirty water, right? Going to the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean, guess what? They don't mix in between each other, right? And scientists, they don't understand why. That's because, hey, the word of the Lord said not to, right? And he set the bounds according to his word, right? Give me this in 2nd Ezra 6 and 40.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse number 40. It reads thus.
Then commandest thou a fair light to come forth of thy treasures, that thy work might appear upon the 2nd day. Thou madest the spirit of the firmament, and commandest it to put asunder.
Right, so you got people that say, oh, like the brother yesterday, he said that once during the time of Babel, right, when the Lord separated the nations, that's when the continents broke apart, right? That's not in the scriptures, right? That is nowhere in the scriptures where the Lord said the continents broke apart during the time of Babel, right? Read.
And to make a division betwixt the waters, that the one part might go up, and
right. First of all, it said a division between the seas, right? A division between the waters. So you have different waters, right? Just like you got the so-called Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, right? The Black Sea, the Red Sea, all these other different things, right? Read.
That the one part might go up, and the other remain beneath. Upon the 3rd day, thou didst command that the waters should be gathered.
See that? It said this is the 3rd day in the creation. This is not talking about the Tower of Babel. This is literally the 3rd day in creation. Right?
And the 7th part of the earth, 6 parts hast thou dried up.
What the Lord says?
6 parts hast thou dried up.
Read it again.
6 parts hast thou dried up.
So in the 3rd day, of the creation, the Lord dried up 6 parts. What are those 6 parts? The 6 continents. Right? And they say it's 7, but that's not 7. Right? They count Europe and Asia as 2 different continents when they literally connected with each other.
Right.
Literally. If that's the case, that means you gotta say Canada and the United States are 2 different continents. But they don't do that. They call North America one continent. Right? So how come they don't call Europe and Asia one continent? They actually used to call it one continent. They called it Eurasia. Right? It was called Eurasia. But then they tried to be smart. Basically, this is them basically trying to outsmart the Lord or debunk the Lord. But you can't do it. Right? So it said it dried up 6 parts because there's what? 6 continents. Right. You got Eurasia, you got North America, South America, Africa, Antarctica, Australia. Right? 6 continents. Right, read.
And kept them to the intent that of these some being planted of Yahweh and tilled might serve thee.
See that? Because some lands is good farmlands. Like what? For example, Africa. That might be a good farmland. That's not the same as Canada. Canada is not good farmland. Right? Or Russia. Right? Because it's cold in Russia all the time. Right? In Canada, they have colder weather. So that wouldn't be good tilling the ground, which is going into farmland. Right? Even the Fertile Crescent, like we talk about all the time, is located where? Right? In the tip of Africa going into Israel, which they call the so-called Middle East. Right? So Pangea theory is whack. And it's not supported by the scriptures at all. And it was invented in the 1800s. Right? By a so-called white man. And he called it a theory. A theory, does a theory mean that it's true? Right? You can think of a theory dreaming. Right? And then wake up and say, man, what if it's really 8 gods? Brother, that's a theory. Right? So the point is, right, there's no such thing as damn Pangea. Right? Live and direct in the scriptures. What's your nationality, brother? That's right. How long you know that? That's all good. You don't gotta be on camera if you don't want to be. About 5 years. All right, so we got 2 brothers up here, man, that been knowing that they Israelites. All praise to the Most High, right? So now my question to you is, right? What did you learn when you found out that you was an Israelite? What came with? Did you just found out? Did you just the only thing you knew was, oh, I'm an Israelite? That's it?
When I first found out, I was shocked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was in the world and all that.
You good, brother? You good? All right, that's it. But that's all you learned though about being an Israelite. I'm saying like when you found out that you was an Israelite, was that the only thing that you learned? That you just an Israelite? Pretty much? All right, so brother, Lord willing, we gonna add on to it. Somebody else watered, or somebody else planted, Lord willing, we gonna water it through the Spirit, right? Somebody give me Baruch chapter 4 and verse 9. Actually, Baruch chapter 3 and 9. Right, I want Baruch 3 and 9 first, then I want Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 9, and it reads, Hear Israel, hear Israel, hear Israel.
Who the Israelites? That's right. It said, hear Israel, read.
The commandments of life,
What?
the commandments of life,
What?
the commandments of life.
You gotta hear the commandments of life now, right? You know you're an Israelite, but it's something that you gotta do after that, man. You gotta take heed and hear the commandments of life, man. Right? That's what you gotta do. That's the next step, and that's madness. I just got mad, right? But you know,
Give ear to understand the wisdom.
you gotta give ear to understand wisdom, right? Read.
How happened it, Israel, that thou art in thy enemy's land?
I said, how happened in Israel that thou art in thy enemy's land? Right? How did we get here, brother? How did we end up here? How does the Israelites, the most beautiful, strongest, smartest people on the face of the earth, get conquered by the so-called white man and brought over here? How does that happen? You said what? That's right. To what? That's right. That's exactly right, brother. Read on.
That thou art waxing old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead, that thou art counted with them that go down into the grave.
Right, 'cause we were supposed to be immortal, right? We were supposed to be immortal. What you got, point? You gotta speak up just a little bit, King. Yeah, we definitely curse. Yeah, we definitely cursed as a people because, yeah, exactly, for sure. Because you gotta understand, that's the reason why we literally living out our curses right now. You feel me? The Lord didn't make us to be a. Real quick, give me hold that. Somebody give me 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 54. 2nd Esdras 6 and 54.
2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 6 and
Start at 55 or 56.
chapter 6 and verse 56. As for the other people which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing but be unto like spittle,
Here's the point, brother.
and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falls from a vessel. And now, O Lord,
Here's the point, brother. You listening? You listening? Here's the point, read.
and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
That's exactly what we're living through right now. They're lords over us, right? We're in their possession, right, Burrito?
And to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes,
Right, because the world was made for our sakes. The Lord made the world for us, right? We're supposed to be immortal, right? We're supposed to be governed and running the earth, but we're not right now. Why? Because we're living through the curse, right? The Lord set before us a blessing and a curse, and right now we in the middle of that curse, right? Read on.
if the world be now for our sakes, why do we not possess any inheritance with the world?
Right? Why don't we possess the inheritance with the world, right? You said it earlier. Why don't we possess the world like we supposed to? Well, yeah, this right here is not our kingdom, but why are we going through the curse right now? Exactly. Because we was disobedient towards what? Exactly. Right, so that's right, brother. You said that. They tell you we cursed all throughout the scriptures. Jeremiah 16 and 10 on down. Daniel chapter 9, 11 on down. Malachi 2 and 2, Deuteronomy 28 and 15. All throughout the Bible, it tells you that we're a cursed people. Right? So, we'll go back to that in the Apocrypha. Yep, Baruch chapter 3. Verse 12. 9. Or actually, we left off at. Yep.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 11. That thou art counted with them that go down into the grave. Thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom.
Because we forsook the fountain of wisdom. Right, which is what, like the brother going into the law, statutes, and commandments, right? Instruction of the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. So now the thing is, we got to get back to it. So let's show the brother what some of the law, statutes, and commandments are, right? So you can help and be a help towards your people, right? Give me Numbers 15, right? Give me Numbers 15 and 38.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38, it reads that. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes.
You know what fringes are, brother? Right, read.
In the borders of the garments throughout their generation.
Forever, read.
And that they put up on the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.